Hello, 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 Libras. Sorry, I have some brownie in my mouth. Sorry. How are you guys doing? I'm Patty with, sorry about that, Divine Warrior Intuitive, and I'm an empath that does your intuitive readings along with intuitive coaching. And you can find out all about that down below. But right now, we're going to get started on your energies for September 28th to the 4th. For those of you who are brand new, welcome, welcome. And for those returning and who have hit the subscribe button, thank you so very much. I would greatly appreciate it. If you are new and you want to see more live videos like this, or empath videos, or spiritual growth to help yourself, give you tools and tips, hit the subscribe and the bell, and that'll give you notifications when I'm on live, because I do most everything live. So let's get going. The 28th through the 4th of October. Now, it's going to be a very interesting end of the month because we have so many things going on. On the 29th, we have 5 planets in one energy in Virgo. We have that. We have Mars retrograde coming to the end in the end of the month. We have a full moon, the harvest moon, coming in on the 1st. So there are a lot of energies happening around this. And for the moon and the retrograde, I did just post a live feed. If you want to come on for that, you can hit the subscribe and bell and you'll know when I'm on. To do that on the 28th, I believe, at 4 o'clock. So that would be something if you want to join in. All right, Libras, let's see what these energies are doing. You ready? Let's go. There are 58 cards here, and I'm not joking. You saw how many times I'm shuffling. Every single time, listening. I'm almost beginning to think this is a message that the Divine's telling me. Are you listening? Wow. I cannot believe how many times that has come up. I don't want to give any chance of that's not supposed to be popping up when it's not supposed to. So listening is the first energy out, which is for a lot of the signs this time. Again, it seems like we are not listening. Or are we listening to the right people? Are we paying attention? Is the listening that we're doing active listening? So that's a really, really big energy for a lot of the signs this week. For the 28th through the 4th, oh my goodness, I cannot believe how many times this sign has come up. So a lot of it has to do with many elements of listening. So we'll find out for the Libras what it is about listening for you guys. Is it you guys aren't listening, or is there more active listening? Is somebody hearing but not listening? Or are you supposed to be listening to somebody? Somebody's supposed to be listening to you? Or are you just hearing them? Because there's a big difference in hearing and listening. So let's see what that's about. Intention. Oh man, that word in coaching people, that is just a hard word. So I'll go ahead and read that. Let's see, that's the number 4 and then number 8. Okay. But intention has a lot. So we have the intention to do something a lot of the times, but our intentions are usually, excuse the expression, half-assed. Because intentions are meant, they can be, for example, let's say good intention. I have a good intention to do that, but it's an empty promise because there's no structure, there's no guarantee it's going to be finished. I have an intention to do it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. So that's what intention is. Now we'll find out what that is for that card, because I haven't had that one come up in a very, very long time. This one, on the other hand, seems to be popping up with this one for a lot of the signs. So you're not alone on this one, Libra. There is a lot going on with listening and a lot going on with the mountain. So either somebody's actually just getting done with going through a mountain, a struggle, a challenge. They're getting ready to go in a struggle or a mountain or a challenge, or they're actually in it right now and they're trying to work through it. So, but I'm going to read the intention for you guys because I haven't seen this one in a very long time, and I don't want to misquote it. I am just telling you what my intention is when we actually are teaching life balance, life coaching kind of thing. So, intention. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting the mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you to co-create reality. You connect with the power of your intention, sending it out into the field, then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. So very different. So very, very different. It's actually the opposite. So this is actually for good intentions. Good things are happening. So somebody has a good intention means that they are going to fulfill the destiny that they're supposed to fulfill, which is a good thing. So now how that reacts and how that interacts with listening and the mountain, because it's in the center, we'll see how that all plays out. So something's coming to fruition. Are you paying attention? Are you listening? Are you got the small details in play? And also too on this mountain. So there's a lot of people going through challenges right now. And we really just have to focus in on the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm trying to get off I've got a window here, so it's giving me a glare. But we actually do want to focus in on the light, where that's coming from. No matter if that light is just a little pinhole and there's a light there, there's still light. There's a flicker, like I was telling my daughter today. There's a flame, there's a flicker, there's still hope, there's still something coming up. Oh, well, and okay, so Mars is extremely contradictory, which these couple of things are contradictory, because if something is going to be fulfilled, but you're facing a mountain, that's a contradictory. That's Mars. That's Mars right now. And here's another contradictory. We've got the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups. Completely contradictory. So it's almost like we're on this roller coaster. Well, is it or isn't it? Is it going to be good or isn't it going to be good? Kind of thing. So on the Seven of Swords, somebody's trying to get away with something. Somebody's trying to do something not very nice. Somebody's trying to do something very destructive. Somebody's trying to actually maybe tell a lie, try to get away with not sharing some information and doing it behind somebody's back. I get that feeling, definitely. And then we have the Three of Cups of celebration, of happiness, of getting together and celebrating, and something of that nature. And that could be, just a few friends getting together. It could be, you've got a harvest in there. So there could be something, and we got the full moon, which is a harvest moon coming up. So this could be something of joy and happiness that is a celebration to be happy for. One thing that could be really, really happy is somebody made it through COVID. Somebody's celebrating their life. Somebody's like, yes. And that's a huge celebration there. I feel like somebody's like, yes, that is humongous. I feel somebody is celebrating that, definitely. I don't know who that's for, but definitely somebody is made it through. And there's reason to celebration there. But it's contradictory to the Seven of Swords. So, okay, thank you. So something is trying to be fulfilled. Something is trying to happen with this fulfillment. Something is trying to be fulfilled from somebody's desire and hope. There's somebody that doesn't want that, though. Somebody's jealous. Somebody is just like, why does that happen to you? Why is it? Here's the problem right now with so many people going through so many things. When somebody is blessed or given rewards or, and somebody else sees that and they're not getting it and they've worked just as hard, this is where this kind of attitude comes in. And it doesn't have to be, I'm going to steal something material. I'm going to steal their thunder. I'm going to steal their reward. I'm not going to be happy for them. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to gossip about them. That kind of a thing. It doesn't have to be, it could be underhanded in that way, if that makes sense. But listening is for everybody, and I think that is just a general, and that's the number one out. That's been the number one out for a lot of signs. Justice. Oh, okay. That's not funny. Okay, so somebody's going through a mountain. Somebody's going through a divorce or a separation or whatever. Somebody thinks they're happy. They've got everything that they wanted. They sort of screwed somebody out of it. It has to do, and that's where this comes in. But you know what? The celebration comes in with the other person. It's over. It's happy. I'm done. I'm out of there. There's no more left. Woo! Amen. Hallelujah. And that's the fulfillment of this. It's over. It's done for whoever person that is. Justice is done. And it may not be justice on earth, but God's watching all that. God's watching all that. But there is justice there. That's one energy. Usually as an empath or intuitive, I'm going to get several energies in one reading. So that's at least one energy that I'm getting through. Somebody's coming through with that. I don't know who that's for. Okay. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. Actually, that is a card that usually is thinking sort of in the future. And you're sort of looking towards things and you're like, okay, planning, setting things up. And it also might be travel. It might be something, you know, or even moving. But this is actually in reverse. So it's actually, you're not doing that. This is happening in the now. So whatever it is, it could be this divorce, separation, whatever. This is happening in now. And then the thing too is we have the full moon on the 1st. So everything may come in fruition on the full moon there. The harvest moon, because the harvest moon is actually, it's huge all around the world. And the harvest moon is celebrated in many, many countries. And I'll be talking about that in the reading on the 28th. But this is a celebration. This is the now. This is thinking of the now. And that's what we need to do, because with Mars in the retrograde, we actually need to be thinking of more of that now, because Mars is so conflicting and it's so upheaval. It just wants to create so much chaos. Saturn is coming in there and the other planets all coming into Virgo. We need to really be analytical about what we're focusing in on. So we really can't look at the future is the thing. So this is a good thing to have you really focusing in on this next week, the now. So you're thinking about what is fully coming through in the now, if that makes sense. Someone's trying to protect something as well. I'm not quite sure who that's for. Somebody's trying to get to the truth and is protecting something or someone. And they're trying to get to the bottom of it. I don't know who that's for. And that's the mountain you're facing, is you can't seem to get the information that you need or you're looking for. Yeah. So I'm asking the divine who this card is for, because again, I have two energies. So I think this is for the okay. So I'm thinking this is for the divorce or the papers or the separation, or you're leaving something, or you're getting ready to leave something. So something is ending and something new is beginning. So you're close to the end of this mountain. So we have death. So yeah. So you're getting through the mountain, whatever that is. And this is sort of happening now. So in this week, it's either starting in this week, it's happening now. It's sort of like the mountain thing. You're going into it, you're in it, or you're coming out of it. So that is what's happening right now. I don't know who that's for. Both these cards mean now, the present. But there has something to do with paperwork with that. Some type of paperwork is happening now. Yeah. Wow, this is good. We've got a couple of good things here. We've got the world. And again, harvest, celebration, we have those, even though they're not together. It's sort of like it's coming. You're going to have to get through this little rough patch. It's sort of like having a patch in the road and your car goes boom, like that. And then you're driving and then you go boom. That's sort of what you're going through. But you're getting through it, kind of thing, because the celebration is your victory. People are watching. People are saying, yes, this has been great. You've done it. You're patting yourself on the back, but people are watching. But the relief, there's like a huge, huge relief. I don't know what this is for or who it's for, but it's just like you can breathe. It's like that movie, Exhale. I can exhale. I can finally relax and breathe. And so whatever you're doing through this whole process, though, there is a reminder. They just remind me, don't forget about listening. There is something that either you need to be listening to. Somebody's supposed to be reading something. I don't know what it is. Somebody's supposed to be reading something and paying attention to it. Listen to the details. Pay attention to the details. That's what I'm hearing. Oops, sorry about that. So that's what I'm hearing is pay attention to the details. For another person, and it's not in a relationship, there's been, okay, thank you. Communication has been sort of a problem between you and somebody, and it doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be work. It could be a family member. It could be a friend. There's some communication problems. And maybe even wanting to end it. It's like this, you know what? Screw this. I'm done. I just am not going to deal with this person anymore. This is Mars also. Take a deep breath because this person has a history with you and this person knows you and they really are just getting to the truth of the matter and just, you know, for once being honest. Just, you know, sometimes we have to learn how to be get tough skin when people are honest because maybe they're right. People keep saying, wow, you're stubborn, you're stubborn, you're stubborn. I'm like, no, I'm not. I've never been stubborn. But then after about, you know, how many years of hearing it, it's like, maybe I am stubborn, you know, and that's pride. Pride is, you know, it's like, yeah, I have a right to be stubborn a little bit, you know, going from homelessness to a business owner in a year and going through all these trials and tribulations. Yeah, I have a little bit of stubbornness. Plus I'm a Virgo. So with that there. So let's see what else is going on, Libra, sorry, because I'm a Virgo. I said Virgo. Let's see what else is going on here. Somebody's really going through some troubles right now. I feel like there's no pentacles here, so I don't feel, gotta understand, intuition readings are very different. So somebody's going through some real financial struggles and they're at their wits' end of knowing what to do. They don't know where to go. I don't know if this is like an unemployment kind of thing. I don't know if this is like, you know, maybe they lost their job and finally the funds are wearing out and don't know where to go or what to do. The resources are getting thin and they're getting pretty scared. They're getting pretty scared. But just know that justice is coming. It's gonna work out. The resources. That's the thing is people have to look at this earthly thing as a resource, not the source, to find their answers. It is actually, you have to look deep within you because that's where spirit lies and that's where the answers are, not by human beings. We're only the resource. You know, like unemployment, like the unemployment agency is a resource, or food banks a resource, or the county is a resource, but that kind of thing. But you have to understand that it's not given by the county, it's given by the divine to give to the county to give to you. or give you the knowledge even of them. All right. So let's see what else is going on. Sort of a hard read. This is a little bit of a hard read because there's a lot going on here. Yeah. So again, there's 3 of Pentacles. We were talking about money, finances. So this could be, oh, okay, thank you. Maybe somebody's needing to change their career path. Somebody's either in a career path of either teaching, mentoring. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Yeah, something's ending. They're in a career path of either teaching, mentoring, maybe being a lead, maybe being a boss, a supervisor, or they're actually wanting to do that and haven't done that yet. So I think there's either a career shift coming for somebody. Again, this card was right after that. Something's ending, something's going to be beginning. And this has to do with more of a leadership role, a teaching role, a lead role, supervisor role. It could be that even parents are a teacher, but I don't feel this is a parent teaching kind of thing. And then again, we've got, the double. So these things that I'm speaking of are actually coming for somebody because when I get my doubles, then it's just verifying that I'm on track. I'll say that, or goosebumps. If I'm getting goosebumps, I'm on track. So for another energy, this has to do with a career change. I feel like, or maybe they're in an internship and they're heading to a job that now that they've learned all they need to know, now they're going to be going actually into the real workplace. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what we got on the bottom. Yeah, that's going to be strength. You're going to have strength to get through that and through something ending. Because people deal with their emotions more than what they should be dealing with facts. So if something doesn't go my way, then I get sad. If something goes my way, I'm happy. We're such a fickle being. It's like, and then if somebody hurts us or says something wrong, we get crushed. And if somebody lifts us up, we're happy. Rather than find the joy in anything that we do, we're just fickle. We're just really fickle. So we have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the King of Swords back to back. Interesting. So the Mars retrograde now is actually about truth over fact, or truth over fiction, or reality over fantasy. You need to focus in on the truth and the facts of something. Don't focus in on what's fiction or what somebody said. No, you got to go and be your own detective and get the facts. Like Facebook, somebody will post something with a picture, it'll say some heading, and then it'll say YouTube. How really factual is that? Where is the real resource? I get my criminal justice hat on and I start doing digging. I'm digging for the actual facts, the actual evidence. So that's what this is about. And that's what swords are about. So we're trying to get to that. Also with the swords though, and these are all swords after this. Wow. So we have the Magician, and then we have the Ace of Swords. So there is an offering of truth. There has to be. So whoever you are talking to, whoever you're listening to, okay, this is where your listening comes in. This is where your active listening comes in, because if 2 and 2 is not adding up to 4, especially during the Mars retrograde, you need to pay attention to that. If your intuition saying, that doesn't sound too right, you really need to listen to that. So whatever you're listening to, especially if there's any legal papers in it, really pay attention to it. Really pay attention to it, because there is a celebration that wants to be made. But if you miss the mark, then that can't happen. And the mark being paying attention to the truth and your intuition, because the strength it's going to take. I can't even show all these at once. The strength it's going to take to get through these, because something is ending. You're going to get to the bottom of it, but you're going to be fine. because now you really have to know what happened. You really have to know what happened. Now, if this was me, I would be saying, okay, my brother was murdered. Okay, now this is a time where I really need to know what happened. I don't really need to know, but if this was me, I'd say, okay, let's get to the bottom of this. Let's go back and look at all the evidence. That's what kind of thing this is. So whatever this is in your life right now, what's going on, something's ending, but it could hold on if the truth comes out, because that seems to be the mountain. If you're listening to everything and every detail that you have. Because remember, the intention said it was going to be fulfilled. Everything is going to happen and be fulfilled. So the intention is to be fulfilled, and which makes truth. So if you get to the bottom of it, then everything will be fulfilled. Everything will happen to it. Even in a divorce, you get to the bottom of it, you get the answer, you get your papers, you split the house, or you just go your separate ways. It's fulfilled. It's done. It's fulfilled. If you're going to become a teacher, a mentor, or if somebody's coming to mentor you, teach you, whatever that is, it's coming to be fulfilled. It is going to end. Of course it's going to end because something new has to take over. But this truth is, I don't know what's going on with this truth. Boy, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 arcanas here. So there is a major thing happening here. Something's turning the table. Something's ending and starting for you. And that's probably going to be the first of the, because we're also at the moon, we're at the end of a cycle, so we're actually releasing everything. See, we're going into a full moon. Well, we're releasing. So I'm trying to put all the astrology, the numerology, and everything together here. So something is ending, but whatever it is, I can't shake this, that there's something. 2 and 2 is not adding up to 4, and you're going to want to get to the bottom of it. All right. And that's what you'll be doing this week, is you'll be paying attention, really close attention, by listening, active listening. And if you don't know what active listening is, it's not just like, okay, and your mind's going somewhere else. Active listening is paying attention, letting the information go in, soak it in so that you can say, you know what, that doesn't sound too right. Or you're saying, you know what, did I hear you say? So that they know that you are listening. That's really a communication tool. And that's what Mars is all about right now, conflict and communication. That's what Mars is about. So if you're having lots of arguments and fights, or the energies are getting like really anxiety kind of stuff, that's Mars. So just learning those techniques of listening and speaking. And even if you're going through a separation, divorce, or all that kind of stuff, know that everything is going to be done and fulfilled. If you're going through anything else with school and career, that is going to be done and fulfilled. But there is something that is not adding up to 2 and 2 and 4. Somebody is not telling the truth. So, and that's straight out. That's the first card out. So somebody's not telling the truth. And at the very end, we've got all the truth cards. So that's the thing that you're going to look for. All right, Libra, this has been a really conflicting reading. But again, if you want to watch the one for the new moon, we have 2 moons, full moons. We have 2 full moons in October, actually on Halloween, and that one's a real special moon. There's a lot of things going on with that moon. But please subscribe, hit the bell, and you will know when I'm on live for your sign, and also for the uploads and retrogrades and moons and all that kind of stuff. So we will see you on the 5th, unless I see you for the new. And you'll be able to ask questions. You always can ask questions. If you come on, you can always ask questions. All right. We will talk to you next week. Thanks. Have a good week.